The chorus is not so satisfying.
Yeah, I wonder if some of the other guys. What's up, man?
Announcements. So they're long tonight. Thank you. I know. One request. There is an extra special thank you that I would love to add to the. So you thank here. Thank you to all those who made tonight possible. If it's possible to add a special thank you to Jeremy, who single-handedly snowplowed our Girard side and like made it really accessible and
Jeremy
beautiful.
Cloud over here?
Because our people, their snowplow broke, and so he came and just did it. So I just really would love to shout that from the rooftops, from our frozen rooftops. Thank you. Hi. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so what do we think? Should we do, or what happens if we switch them? Would that be better? So if it went, Lecha dodi likraka lapnei Shabbat Kabbalat. Lecha dodi likraka lapnei Shabbat Kabbalat. Yaminu smot tifrotzi ve'et Adonai taritzi. Al yarish b'empatzi v'nismecha v'nagila. That's how we have to do it. That's so much better. Lecha dodi likraka lapnei Shabbat Kabbalat. Lecha dodi likraka lapnei Shabbat Kabbalat. That's much better.
Use it as an opening nigun as well, or do you have an opening song already?
I was thinking some Yadid Nefesh, although I guess we don't have Yadid Nefesh in the online Sidur.
No, we do not.
It's not too late. I could still put it in.
Yeah.
With 5 minutes left, anything is possible.
Which you need Nefesh, that sweet Sephardic one?
We could definitely do the Moroccan. Yadid Nefesh Avarachaman Mishochav Gafel Retzona. That'd be nice.
Yeah, did you have another one in mind?
There's another Mizrahi melody that I want to bring in, but I feel like I want to wait till MJ's going to be here, and she's not going to be here tonight. So I'll wait.
Cool, let's do it.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Couple
So
of weeks, maybe.
I will stick that in. Meanwhile, will you keep taking us through the outline, and we'll decide the rest of the verses, the rest of the melodies as we go?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm giving the brief Kava note before the Mari Baradim and Ahabad
Yes.
Do you want to do the Nusach?
Sure.
Michamacha?
What about the ya la 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 ki yishmer Shabbat? Okay.
What is the deal with your sweater? Like, I want to see your sweater closet someday. It's
Right?
so rich.
It's so good.
I had first picks for many years at Ragsock, thrift stores.
Dang, that's a good way to go.
Yeah, and there's the only perk of making minimum wage.
What you lead that one. What do you want to do? Great. Love it. La 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 la. What about? I don't care. Do you have any feelings?
I don't. Do you want to give the people what they like?
Very rarely do I want to give the people what they want.
Hot mics, hot mics.
I'm not afraid. Yeah, we can do the upbeat.
I was thinking the whatchamacallit, the renewal community in Jerusalem, Robert's community, the Navatila melody.
For Vishamru?
Oh, no, for Oseh Shalom.
Great. That's easy. Great, perfect. I was stuck. Closing song. Go back to Adar. That's a good to go back to Adar. Perfect. And who's doing Greet Your Neighbors? Do will you do greet your neighbors?
Sure. I can hold down in here if you want to go outside, or vice versa.
That sounds great. I will go outside. It has become my custom in a very terrifying way.
Oh, I'm happy to do it.
Oh no, I like it actually. It's a good. I feel like it's part of my learning to love love winter. Is that it's like
outside.
just
Oh, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much, Julie.
amazing. Hot mics, hot mics. Okay, so this feels good. Anything else? Woohoo!
I'm gonna grab my sweater. I'll be back.
Sounds really good. All right.
Anything else we need to figure out?
I feel great. It's 6:29 though, so really go now.
Yeah.
Of course. I'd be glad to. Thank you so much. Good chef.
Shabbat shalom.
Ya la la ya la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la ya la 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 ya la la ya la ya la 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 ya la la ya la ya la 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 ya la la ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la ya la 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 Shabbat shalom. I'm going to invite us as we are coming in, especially as we are a beautifully sized group tonight. I'm going to invite us to please come as close as we feel comfortable. Coming, if you feel like sitting in the center circle, that would make Rabbi Joey and me very happy. If you want to come closer, if you want to stay exactly where you are, that's also perfection. And if you're on Zoom, you're in exactly the right place, but let's imagine your Zoom box is coming a little closer together. We tried this last week where we actually invited people to come to fill in the spaces, and it was amazing the difference it made just in terms of the feeling of the quality of sound and the feeling of singing together. So even though it might feel a little scary to be, we don't know if we want to be so close to the rabbis, we'll try to be very nice tonight, and it'll be so nice, so nice to sing together. Thank you. Oh, Shabbat Shalom. So we're going to begin together on page 332, Yedid Nefesh. And this is a call and response, Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh avarachaman mishochav el retzonach.
Yedid nefesh avarachaman mishochav el retzonach.
Yedid nefesh avarachaman mishochav el retzonach.
Yedid nefesh avarachaman mishochav el retzoncha.
Yarutz avedach kemo ayal.
Yarutz avdach kemo ayel.
Yishtachavel mul hadarach. Ki erav lo yedidutach minofetzu v'chol ta'am. Yerav lo yedidutach minofetzu v'chol ta'am. ירב לו ידידותך מנופת צוף וכל טעם. ירב לו ידידותך מנופת צוף וכל טעם. We're going to do that stanza again. And I'm just going to invite us. My house, I don't know about you, but my house has this like huge snowdrift on top of it. That, like, look, it's like 16 times as big as I am, just like huge snowdrift. And I feel like I have a snowdrift like that on me a little bit. So I'm going to try to shake my snowdrift off. And anyone else who's coming into Shabbos a little like, ugh, this is a really good chance to just shake off the week, to find our breath again, to savor what it feels like to be coming together in community, and to take risks together. So even if you're like, I don't know this melody yet, that's okay. Let's sing. Let's find our way together. ידיד נפש הרחמן משוכב דך אל רצונך.
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 ירוץ עבדך כמו אייל.
ירוץ עבדך כמו אייל.
ישתחווה מול הדרך, כי ירב לו ידידותך מנופת צוף וכל טעם. 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 Let's go down to the bottom refrain. יגלה נעוף ראש חביבי עלי את סוכת שלומך. יגלה נעוף ראש חביב עלי את סוכת שלומך. תאיר ארץ מכבודך.
תאיר ארץ מכבודך.
נגילה ונשמחה בך. מהרה ובקי במועד וכוננו כי מעולם. 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 יאללה לה יאללה יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה יאללה יאללה לה 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 Shabbat Shalom. So it's wonderful to be here together. What a joy. My name is Rabbi Ariel, and I'm really glad to be able to welcome you here to the Shir Tikva Sanctuary. I have long brown hair and light skin, and I'm wearing a headband and glasses, and I'm so glad to be sitting in these concentric circles of Shir Tikva, and I'm so grateful to be leading with.
My name's Rabbi Joey Glick. Brown hair, glasses, similarly curly, similarly joy to be here tonight.
And I just want to welcome you all to this first Shabbat of our topsy-turvy month of Adar. This month where Purim happens, where we open ourselves to the possibility of springtime, the possibility of our wintertime habits getting stood on their heads. And of course, in true Minnesota fashion, our Adar began with high inches of snow. Shkoyach, Minnesota. So welcome to each of you who is joining us on Zoom, and welcome to each of you who are joining on YouTube live stream, and welcome to each of you who are here on Dakota land in our sanctuary on 50th Street. Let's just take a moment and feel connected to one another. Our minyan is multimodal. We count in everyone who is online, and we we count on you counting us in, OU Zoomunity. And I just want to take a moment and ask, is there anyone in any of these spaces who's here at Shir Tikva for the very first time? Welcome. Welcome. And I also want to ask, is there anyone who's here at Shir Tikva who's back for the very first time in a long time? Welcome back. Amazing. So I also invite you, if you're on Zoom or YouTube, please share in the chat if you are here so we can welcome you. It's so good. It's been amazing in these months since we've been coming back in person and doing multimodal minyan every week on Zoom, here in person. There are people who are joining for the first time who are coming back, and it just feels so good to be coming together. So thank you. Welcome. I'm going to invite Eric and Janice to join us on the Bima to light candles for Shabbat. Thank you so much.
You can find candle lighting on page 2, number 2 online.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu So let's continue together on page 12 as we sing our way into Shabbat. Lechu niranena l'Adonai nariya letzuyishenu nekadem afanav betodah bizmirot nariya lo lechu niranena l'Adonai nariya letzuyishenu nekadem afanav betodah bizmirot nariya lo yalai yalai yo yalai
turn to page 13, number 4 online.
שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ.
שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו.
ספרו בגויים כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו.
או כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים.
כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים ואדוני שמיים עשה.
הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו.
ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו.
יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו כל עתי ההר.
לפני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ.
ישפוט הבל בצדק ואמין באמונתו.
Page 17, the last line. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו.
turn to the purple sheet number 1 and number 6 online.
Ana bechoach bechoach gedulat yemincha yamincha tatir tzerura kabel rinat amcha zagveinu tareinu nora ana bechoach bechoach gedulat yemincha yemincha tatir tzerura kabel rinat amcha zagveinu tareinu nora ana bechoach gedulat yemincha tatir tzerura tatir tzerura kabel rinat amcha zagveinu tareinu nora ay ay alay 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 ay oh ay ay alay 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 alo ay ay oh.
Turning to page 20, number 7 online. These words of Lecha Dodi, calling whatever the heck we need into our hearts this Shabbos.
When we get to the 9th verse, you're invited to rise in body and spirit, and if you wish, to head out into the snow with me to welcome Shabbat. Ya la la ya ya la ya la la ya ya la la ya la ya la yo ay alay ay 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 alay lo ay alay ay yo lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela shamo v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad leshem multiferet velitila lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה. רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי. על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קרבה אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Ya la 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 la, ya 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 la ya la ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la. Oh, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תתקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי ונבנתה עיר אל תילי. לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שוסייך ורחקו כל מבלייך. יסיס עלייך אלוהיך כמשוש חתן על כלי. לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי. על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי
לקראת קהלה פני שבת לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום הטהרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצוהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. Yam ba da 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 da, ba ya da 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 da, yam ba da da do. Yam ba da 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 da, yam ba ya da 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 da, yam ba ya da 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 da. Ho ho ho, ay ya da da da, ya da da da, ya da 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 da. Ay ya da da da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 do. Ya ma da 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 da, ya ba da 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 da, ya da 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 da. Ya ba da 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 da, ya ba da 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 da, ya ba da da da. Ho ho ho, ya da da da, ya da da da, ya ba da da da. Ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya ba da da yo. Shabbat shalom, everyone. We'll take the next 4 minutes to schmooze. Feel free to greet people you know, greet people you don't know. It's going to get loud in here. If you'd like some quieter space, the Onag Hall is a great place for it. See you all back here in 4 minutes.
back together because they're all here. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, yo, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ah la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la.
Welcome back, friends on Zoom. Welcome back, friends in person. We're going to take one big breath together and then stand in body or spirit and weave our way into the evening service. You'll want to turn to page 28. Once you're there, let's take one big collective breath in and out. Feel free to rise in body or spirit. Baruch Hu es Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam V'ahen. We take a seat. Turning to page 30. We take a second to focus on the darkness and bless it, noticing the light coming through the darkness and all the shadows cast in this room. Taking another big breath in and out.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים.
We'll pick up on the next page, page 32. As we take a moment to bless love and to bless the presence of love all around us, I invite us to bring forward a moment of connection, of warmth in this chilly week that we've just been through. We'll join up 6 lines from the bottom of the page, taking a big breath in and out.
כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו והם נגי יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Standing in body or spirit on page 34.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
You can be seated. Page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Turning to page 40, number 11 online as we nudge our way towards redemption.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 mi chamocha באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף נורא תהילות אוסף מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים זה ליהנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד יללה 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 אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל. Let's turn together to page 42 as we imagine and invoke this canopy of peace, this canopy of wholeness that envelops our planet on Shabbat.
3 lines down from the top of the page. Ufros aleinu sukan shelomecha ufros Oh In a second, we'll turn to page 44 to sing the words of Vishamru. In this prayer, drawn from the language of the book of Exodus that we'll read in just a couple of weeks, God is commanded to shamor Shabbat. This root, shin, mem, resh, these letters together, shamor, is the same that we use for our community safety crew, the Shomrim. Thank you all so much. And the word means something like to keep us safe, to guard us. And so accordingly, this prayer is inviting us to guard Shabbat, keep Shabbat safe from some sort of danger. For me, there's something troubling about this framing that imagines Shabbat as a fragile thing, constantly at risk. At risk from, I don't know what, our lack of intention, our not living up to our own standards of rest. I worry that I, with my lack of intentionality, might not be the thing that is putting Shabbat, that I might be the thing that is actually putting Shabbat in danger. And so I am relieved that in a bit of dictionary sleuthing today, I found another definition for these letters, shamor, not only to guard. The great Reform rabbi and dictionary editor Marcus Jastrow finds that the basic meanings of this word is to be still. If we plug this definition into our prayer, we're not commanded so much to defend Shabbat from some sort of internal or external threat, but rather to be still with Shabbat, to sense the ice thawing, to sense our shoulders relaxing a little bit more than we knew capable, to sense our breath moving into relationship with this day of rest. We turn to page 44. I invite you to stand in body or spirit or take whatever position your body needs to be still right now.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Folks can remain standing in body or spirit. We'll take a moment to call out a word of gratitude from this last week on the count of 3. One thing that you're feeling grateful for.
Light fluffy snow.
Or not on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll pick up together on page 46, starting in song together for the Amidah for our quiet prayer, and then having an opportunity to be quiet together.
page 62. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la yo, la 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 la, ya la la lo, la 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 la, ya la 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 lo, la 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 la, ya la yo, la 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 la, ya la la yo, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 lo, ya la la la, ya la yo, la 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 la, ya la la la. Ay, la 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 la, la 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 lo, la 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 yo, la 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 yo.
We'll pause in our service for a moment for folks to share anyone in your life that is in need of healing right now. I'll look around the room quickly, and if there's anyone that you're hoping to pray for some healing tonight, feel free to say their name quietly, and then we'll sing together. All the names we've said, all the names we haven't said, all the names we don't know to say. Yambadoom, 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 yamba, yababum, yo. When the world is sick, can no one be well? Well, I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong. When the world is sick, can no one be well? Well, I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong. Yambaro, Yambaro,
Shabbat Shalom. So I know I've been back for a few weeks already, but I'm still experiencing so much gratitude for having had the chance to get away for a month, to catch my breath and to reconnect with family. I'm so grateful to Shir Tikva staff and board for allowing me to get away, and to this community for supporting its rabbis both in immersing in the work of community and also in taking steps back to reconnect with our support structures, to try to rest. Thank you. Thank you. I offer these words of thanks 3 weeks after my return, 3 weeks which feel like 6 months, but 3 weeks they are, because tonight is the first night since I've been back that I get to offer you words of Torah on Shabbat. And it just feels so important to dedicate this Torah to the ecosystem of Shir Tikva, and to the ways that you supported my family in January to catch our collective breath. So our Parsha this week, Parshat Truma, pays incredible attention to detail, enumerating the colors and the metals and the jewels needed for the construction of the Mishkan, of the holiest space in the Israelite encampment. God gives instructions on how to construct the Mikdash, where the presence of the divine will descend, and the menorah, which will illuminate that sacred space. As Moshe prepares to build, God says to him, Ur'eh va'aseh betavnitam asher ata mar'eh bahar. Note well, says God, and follow the patterns for them that are being shown to you on the mountain. No pressure, Moshe. God seems to expect Moshe to be able to make manifest all of the precise details given over in the sacred architecture of the Mishkan. But commentators read this verse of our Parsha and imagine that Moshe is totally baffled by the details. They imagine this verse as being God's response to Moshe's confusion about how to translate the divine details in material form. We read in Midrash that Rabbi Levi bar Rabbi said, a pure menorah descended from the heavens. Can we imagine this, please? That a menorah descended from the heavens? And then Moshe asks, but how do we make that? So God then gives clear instructions, and Moshe has difficulty because when he descends from the mountain, he forgets the plan. So he goes back up the mountain and says, Ribono shel olam, I forgot. So God shows Moshe how to build, and he forgets. So God constructs each item out of fire. Please now imagine each item for the Mishkan is created in fire so Moshe can see how it's done, but it's still difficult. And so God says to Moshe at the end of this process, according to Midrash, go to Betzalel, and he's going to make it. So Moshe speaks to Betzalel, and Betzalel makes all the things immediately. And Moshe wonders in the Midrash, how is it possible that I saw the pattern and the design, that I received the instructions from God, God's self, and I couldn't figure out how to do this? But Betzalel, without seeing it or receiving direct instruction, has no difficulty making it. And punning on Betzalel's name, Moshe wonders whether the master artist had been standing in Be, this is the Hebrew, Be, in the shadow, Betzal, of God, El, Betzalel, whether he'd been standing in God's shadow when God showed Moshe. So in this Midrash, Moshe realizes that the capacity to create isn't grounded in the ability to see or in having the greatest access to information or training. That the intuitive talents of the artist, of the dreamer, are found in the tzel, in the shadows. So our Parsha carries the invitation to imagine and to dream new possibilities, to stand in the shadows of the divine, and from there to create. It invites us into the creative process by withholding aspects of the design, even in the context of all of the luscious and sometimes stultifying detail that we find in this parsha, leaving the completion of the design to our imaginations. As any Bar Mitzvah student who has studied this parsha will attest, we are left with a mystery when God instructs the Israelites to bring tichashim, most commonly translated as dolphin skin, as an offering to the temple. Where were the Israelites to find dolphin skin? Is an annual refrain from perplexed Bar Mitzvah students across time and space, I assume. And lo, the midrashic imagination joins our Bar Mitzvah students by expanding on the improbability of dolphins in the desert by proposing another, even more far-fetched possibility. We read in Midrash Tanchuma, Rabbi Yudah said, the text is actually talking about a large, pure animal with a single horn in its forehead. Yep, and a skin of 6 different colors that roamed the desert. The Israelites must have captured one of them and from its skin made a covering for the ark. Rabbi Nehemiah contended that this was a miraculous creature that God created for that precise moment and that it disappeared immediately thereafter from the earth. So the rabbis of Talmud do not know what precisely tichashim are, and instead of freezing like Moshe Rabbeinu in our parsha does, they dream. They propose audacious ideas. They imagine fantastical worlds with rainbow-skinned unicorns. These artists of our sacred text experience gaps and uncertainties not as a barrier, but as an invitation. They are emboldened by the example of Bezalel, creating from intuitive connection, from the shadow of the divine. So how might we, this upstart, snowy corner of the Jewish collective consciousness, stand in that shadow with Bezalel, with the commentators and Torah storytellers, imagining new possibilities and interpretations of our tradition? How might we, in reading Parshat Truma, feel ourselves called to trust and to lean into our svara, into our own felt sense of what is possible in Torah, rather than relying on one single canonized interpretation of our tradition? The gaps in our text open the way for our creativity, for our capacity to imagine and to make manifest. And this way of approaching text helps us grow our courage muscles, our chutzpah muscles. Rather than accepting the world as it is, we can keep imagining through our perception of the world towards something new. May we not be defeated by the blunt force of our reality of this particular historical moment, and instead may we continue to innovate and to dream gorgeous new possibilities into being. Shabbat Shalom. So it's my joy to invite us to open to being blessed. If you want to sing with me, you'll find the blessing in our purple sheets on number 3. And I'll invite our Zoom community to also offer words of blessing for the community in the chat. Hamalach hagoel oti, hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim, v'yikarev hahem shemi. V'shem avotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak, v'yirgu larov b'kerev haaretz. Yisimchem Elohim kisara, kerivka, kerachel uchelea, כאפרים וכמנשה, יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישמח lecha shalom. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Ay, yalalai, yalalai. Ay, yalalai, yalalai. May we keep finding each other through the snow. May we always recognize joy where joy arises. May blessings rain down for all the workers in homeless shelters, helping people be warm and get food tonight. May trans people be safe everywhere and always. May we envision the world we fight for with imagination, courage, and precision. May all recognize their own ability to create and see beyond the surface to the new and beautiful. May we not fear the shadows, but rather dream possibilities from the unknown. May we find the way to express our inner creativity when we need it most. May we share what we have. May the unexpected seem not a threat, but an opportunity. May we lean into community even as we expand our connections and welcome in those who will belong here too. May Shekhinah bring the warmth of the sun and the fresh breezes to cleanse our faces and hearts. May we be brave enough to fail and continue on. May we all sleep deeply tonight. May we continue to show up and witness and act. May we find creative imagination in our shadows, and may it always lead to healing and wholeness. May we understand that despite the levity of Purim, we are all still faced with the terror of anti-Semitism and must speak out. May our gaps allow the divine to go into us and out from us. May we embrace our tenderness with such love and believe ourselves in and through it. Ken Yehi Ratzon, really, really, really gorgeous. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Ay, yalalai, yalalai, ay, yalalai, yalalai. We'll begin to conclude our service with a Leinu on page 284, 4 lines from the bottom of the first paragraph. Please rise in body and spirit. V'hashevota el levavecha ki Adonai hu Elohim v'hashevota el levavecha ki havaya hi Elohim v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We come now, you may be seated. We come now to Kadisha Tom, to Mourner's Kaddish, which is a time for us to remember, to hold close those that have died in recent times or died at this time in years past, So it's the tradition in our community to share stories of those people we're remembering. You're invited to share a story of your loved one as I call their names. Think of a story that's like 1 to 3 sentences. So just a little window in for us to be able to remember them with you. And after I've read the community's list, if I haven't read the name of the person you're thinking of, just raise your hand. And Rabbi Joey, who's poised to run with a microphone. Thank you so much, Rabbi Joey.
Exercise that I get all week.
The most exercise, I'm going to say that into the mic so they can hear you at home. The most exercise Rabbi Joey gets all week is running around to hear your stories and to really be able to share the richness and the complexity of folks' lives. So we're in the Shloshim, the first 30 days since the death of Eldon Al Young's father of Renee, and I know that they're here on Zoom tonight. I invite you please also to share stories on chat. And we observe the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the death of Will Bloom, Neil's father, Patricia Brand, Martha's mother, Herbert Eber, Rona Leibel's brother, Ron Edgar, Matt's father, Rudolph Fendler, Jackie's father, Mort Freemark, Samara's grandfather, Pamela Elliott Gernsbacher, Kim Swiler's mother, Barbara Gold, Diana Behrman's mother, Albert Berman Isaac Cohn, Caitlin's grandfather, Saul Jacobs, Julie Jacobs' grandfather.
So my grandfather, he died when he was 74. He died of lung cancer. He never smoked, but he owned a little corner store, and the people who hung out in the store smoked. He also came here when he was 17. He had to be in Brazil for several years before he came to Ellis Island. His name was Shia Yakovsky, and they changed it to Saul Jacobs. He was 6'3.5", a very giant of a man, and very loving.
Irving Kahn, Phyllis's father-in-law.
My father-in-law was a stockbroker in New York, and he also had a house that had its own private tennis court. And I believed he beat us playing tennis when he was well into his 80s. And he, one of the things that was most important about him, he lived to be 109. And on his 100th birthday, he was honored by being offered the job of ringing the opening bell for the stock market on that day.
Frances Kalin, Nancy Kleeman's mother-in-law. Bertha Bert Kessler, Rich Kessler's mother. Joseph Kramer, Jackie's grandfather. Rachel Mendelbaum, Bruce Manning's grandmother. Gerald Mednick, Stuart's father. Betty Naratsky, Ellen Kennedy's mother. Anna Niemer, Charles's grandmother. Guido Nicosia, Emma's grandfather. Philip Pochinsky, Zachary Scott's father. Bonnie Schwartz, Cookie Montgomery's sister. Mac Tane, Jeffrey's father. And Jean Warsan, Ellen's grandmother. Now I'll invite you to share names. Just raise your hand if there are other folks you're remembering. Good.
So I'm remembering my dad, whose yahrzeit is this week. He was I think a classic first-generation Eastern European, first in his family to go to college, created a business in the basement of his mother-in-law's home, built it into a business that supported our family. His name is Sidney Rosen.
2 years ago, 2021, my ex, Joy Nelson, ended up dying from COVID. And it's still something I'm struggling with a bit. We hadn't talked for about 15 years. The relationship wasn't so great. I joined the Army to get away. But still too young for that to have happened.
It's the yard site of my mother, Augusta Newman.
It's 9 years since the death of Michael Goodgame, James Adams, and Paxton Harview, 3 guys I went to college with who were very sweet, energetic friends, and yeah, who died way too young.
It's the second yard site of my Aunt Beth, who also died 2 years ago of COVID. So that's, yeah, it's just the overlap in one room tonight is really hard. She was known as the unofficial Jewish mayor of Norfolk, Virginia. Just like such a big Jewish heart.
So for all those that we've named aloud and all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, I invite the community please to rise in body and spirit on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach leolam ulamei almaya, miparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav,
hu ya'aseh shalom.
aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring comfort to all those who mourn. Let us say together, amen. You may be seated. It's my joy to invite Dan Kessler, just a really wonderful human being and member of the Shir Tikva board. Yeah, I stand behind that remark, who will be sharing some announcements with us. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thanks to all of you for being here tonight. It's a real joy to be together. At the end of the service, please return your prayer books to the usher table. While they make a demonstration, please separate out the purple sheet. I know, audio, visual, and everything.
Nice.
And set both those on the table. A reminder that this community is here to support you, but we can't do that if we don't know what you're experiencing. So please reach out to our rabbis if you encounter a life change so that they can activate our Shir Tikva support network. You can find all of our Shir Tikva programming updates in our weekly e-news and on our website. We have a busy next few weeks. Purim is coming. Thank you. Appreciate that. Next Sunday, March 5th, is a Purim Carnival, followed by the Purim Spiel on Monday the 6th. Yes, this is your reminder to begin thinking about your costume. It is a great joy that I can announce that our community will be having a special community meeting on March the 12th. We'll be having this running by Zoom, and we'll be voting on a recommendation.
I knew it was going to be weird to hear this set out.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right? We will be voting as a community on the recommendation from the Rabbinic Hiring Advisory Group that Rabbi Ariel be hired as our lead rabbi. Please join us to Please attend that meeting as you are able. Last highlight is our spring fundraiser on Sunday, March 19th. There will be there will be art to bid on and snacks, and join us to celebrate Shir Tikva's 35th birthday. This winter and spring, we're relaunching our adult Bar Mitzvah program, a 2-year cohort experience for Shir Tikvaniks who want to dive deep into Jewish learning. And I'm super excited about this because my wife will be joining that group. And I'm looking forward to her Bar Mitzvah, which I think is going to be a year from now. She's already taken some of the classes, so I'm super excited about it. We are also relaunching our Chavurah small group program for Shir Tikvaniks who are wanting to gather regularly with folks in a similar phase of life who have similar interests. All of this information, everything I've mentioned, is at our website and in the e-news. I think that's thanks to all those who made tonight possible: Rabbi Joey, Rabbi Ariel, Gordon, the Mako Minion, David Bailey, Julie Jacobs. Where are you, Julie? Lori Sweet, thank you so much to our Shomrim for your steady presence. And thanks especially tonight to Jeremy Kalin, who, as I understand it, is responsible for plowing and clearing so that we could get in today and so that we could all meet together. So thanks, a special thanks to Jeremy.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much to Dan. And when Jeremy was here until basically the moment we thanked him, how did he do that? How did he know? So when you see him out there, please give him a big thanks. It's huge work tonight. So we're going to bless grape juice and challah. If there's anyone who would like to be the blessers, if you, come on. Yeah, great.
Expecting that to go well.
I know. Typically, people don't like to come up when I invite them to do blessings spontaneously, but I'm hoping to change this, So we'll lift the grape juice. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikraei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת בחיים. And we'll uncover the challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. If you want to grab a piece while you're up there, and you're invited after the service, if you'd like to go grab some challah, you're totally welcome. We'll sing our way to a close, but first, let's just wish each other Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. May it be a sweet and safe Shabbat. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la Shabbat Shalom. Do we need to sing more? Is that what what's happening? Okay, great. We're gonna sing more because that was ridiculously quiet. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ah ya la la la, ya la la, ah ya la 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 la, Allah ya la, oh ah ya la, Allah la la, ya la ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ah la 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 la, Allah ya la 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 la. Ay, la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la, ah la la la, ya la, ya la, lo. Ay, ya la 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 la, ah la, ya la la la, lo. Ya la la la, ya la, ya la la, ay, ya la la la, ya. Ah la, ya la, ya la la, ay, ya la la la, ya. Ya la la, ya la, ya la la la, ya la, ya la, oh, ya la, ah la la la, ah la, ya, oh, Shabbat shalom. Good Shabbos.